Hello, and welcome to Peggy's Plants, coming to you from Central Florida. I've been at a point where I was pretty pleased with my plant collection and didn't feel like I really needed to add many more plants, if any. In fact, I literally went months without buying any new plants. But something happened last month, and I ended up losing my mind buying a bunch of plants. I thought I had it out of my system, and the month of October was just as bad as last month. All of a sudden, I had all of these plants available to me that I couldn't resist. So, today I'd like to share with you my plant purchases for the month of October. Let's get started. Against my better judgment, October seemed like the month of do overs. I don't like purchasing plants over again that I've had a lot of bad experiences with. And this is a plant that I have purchased several times and it's always ended the same, not good. But I really like the Hoya variegated Wayettii, and that is what this is. This I purchased from a local nursery. I've already transferred it to LECA, which is what I am most comfortable with. And I paid $17.99, which I feel like is a pretty good deal. I don't find this plant very much locally. In fact, I think I found it one other time, and I believe it was at the same plant nursery. So I'm happy to give it a try again. Right now, like I said, I've already transplanted it. I have it in my back hallway, displayed with some of my other plants really close to a grow light. So hopefully it'll get enough light to maintain its variegation. If this plant does not do well for me this time, I vow that I will never purchase this plant again. I purchased these plants from a big box store locally, and I couldn't believe I saw these. They're actually Alocasia Boutique, um, variegated Alocasia Adora Boutique. That's the full name. But I was able to pick up these plants for $19.98 a piece. And I was like, wow, these would be great on my back patio. I'm trying to get things looking a little more tropical. Even though we're going into winter, it's still warm here. And I decided that I would leave these in the pot so that I can easily take them in over winter. But again, for $19.98, and if you look, there's so much in the pot. I had to purchase these. Even though they're alocasia, I figured I'd give them a try. Not huge on the alocasia thing, but I'm working on it. And I tend to be doing a lot better with them recently. But look at all of those. I figure if it starts tanking, I can always break up the plant and try some different things. I'm trying to leave these in soil and see what happens. So for right now, I have these prominently displayed on my back porch. I have some ideas in mind for redecorating my patio, my screen room. In the meantime, I have these plants sitting out on my back screen room over here by this fountain until I am able to work on the project that I have in mind for this area. And where they are, I can sit on my back patio and just look at these plants. They're enjoying it out here. It's still very humid and warm, and they're enjoying the breeze. They're doing really, really well. I've had them for I guess about 2 weeks now, and they're doing well. A few of the stems have died off, but overall they seem to be adapting just fine. I had the pleasure of attending a small plant fair locally and picked up this Colocasia black coral. This is a beautiful plant. I don't know what I was thinking is you see the theme here, all these alocasias, colocasias. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm in over my head, but I saw this plant and I was like, wow, it's amazing. And it was only $10. So, of course, I had to give it a try. And of course, everything can't be a happy story. I mean, I haven't totally killed the plant yet, but again, I do better with a lot of plants in leca. I've been using leca for years, and so I pull this plant out and I look at the roots. Even the roots are pretty on this plant, but it looked like okay, it needs a repotting. So I took this opportunity to switch it over to leca, which I know with these plants can be a mistake a lot of times because they don't adapt well. First, I end up losing everything and then bringing them, waiting for them to regrow. So this is what it looked like the day after I planted it, transplanted it to leca, and I thought, okay, everything's going well. This might actually work. Well, yeah, it didn't work out that way. This is what the plant looks like today. I've been checking on this plant first thing in the morning, every morning, and I come running out to look how see how it's doing. And this is day 3. Yeah, womp womp womp. It just looks so sad, and I feel so bad. But the new leaf that is emerging and unfurling is still doing well. And even though the leaves aren't doing well at all, I think this plant, still has a great chance. Like I said, a lot of times with alocasias and things like that, they don't do well when I first transplant them. So what I'll end up doing is cutting all the leaves off of this plant and the petioles and letting it just kind of do a reset and start over again. Contrary to how it's looking at this time, I'm hoping that it will have a happy ending and I'll be able to sometime in the future show you a beautiful black coral colocasia once again. But for now, yeah, this is what I have. The next plant purchase is this Alocasia Frydek variegated that I also purchased from the same plant fair. And yeah, it's so pretty. I just could not resist it. And I have one presently. It's doing okay. But when I saw this one, I had to have it. I paid $22 for it. It seems to be doing okay. And yeah, I'm just hoping that I can keep it looking that way. It is in soil, which, as you know, I've already said it a number of times, is not really my thing. So I was debating on what I should do with this plant to give it the best um, possible chance in my care to make it. And after a few days, the leaves started drooping more and more. So I decided to go ahead and put it in leca. And here it is in leca. It's been in leca, I guess, for about a week now. And it's looking pretty good. Things are looking up. The leaves are standing upright better, and I still believe I'm going to lose a couple of leaves, but it's looking really good. This is such a beautiful plant. That deep suede looking green with the variegation of the white variegation, just really, really beautiful. So for $22, I decided that I wanted to give this plant, this variegated Frydek, another try. So I am keeping this in my living area in front of a window that does not get direct sunlight, so it gets a lot of indirect light, and it seems to be doing rather well. In fact, if you look over here, you can see that I have a new leaf emerging, and I can't wait to see what it looks like when it unfurls. This next plant, I can't even believe I picked up again. This plant is known as the Alocasia Mickey Mouse, but it's actually Xanthosoma variegata. And I have owned this plant several times, said already that I would definitely never purchase it again. I always end up having spider mite issues with it. And as you can see here, this plant already looks like it has some issues, so I've had to treat it for a pest before even bringing it in the house. And it's just such a cool looking plant. It sucks me in every time. And I paid $22 for this plant again at the plant fair that I went to, and it's already showing signs of decline for me. So I didn't want to do anything with it. I didn't want to repot it or anything because this plant gets on my nerves. But I regret repurchasing this plant because it's already stressing me out. It's lost a few leaves already. I have it sitting here by this window. It gets indirect bright light, and hopefully it will do fine. But again, I've tried everything with these. I've had this plant several times, and I still can't figure it out. So if it starts really doing a hard decline, I'm going to slap it in some leca so fast. But we'll see what happens. On the other hand, this Colocasia Hilo Beauty is a plant that I said if I ever found this plant again, I was definitely going to purchase it. I had this plant when I lived in the Keys, and it was absolutely beautiful. I had planted it in the ground. It was thriving, growing beautifully, nice big leaves, and I just hadn't been able to find one again locally to purchase one for my home here in Central Florida. So this was also purchased at the plant fair and it was only $10. I am so excited about this plant, and I am probably going to end up putting it in LECA because I want to be very protective of it. I definitely want this plant to live. But for right now, I intended to plant it in my front yard. But for now, I decided that I would just have it somewhere in my home so I could look at it all the time. So it is actually one of the few plants that is in my bedroom and under a grow light. And it seems to be doing well so far. I'm going to keep a good eye on this one. And I am so excited to once again have this plant, and I have not repotted it or anything. And if it's happy in this soil, I'm gonna leave it in this soil. Whatever this baby wants, it's gonna get. Final purchase was this Calathea orbifolia, which I got for $14.88, normally $29.98. Had no intention of purchasing this plant. I love this plant. I got it home. It was full of water. I'm so glad I checked the pot, but it was really heavy. It was full of water. I left it in the sink in my laundry room to dry out for a few days, and now it is in my main living area in front of a window, which again gets lots of bright indirect lighting, and it seems to be loving it there. I've had no yellowing leaves. I haven't lost any leaves. So far all is well. The plant seems pretty happy, and I'm thrilled to have it. So thank you so much. That wraps up my plant purchases for the month of October. Stay well, take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.